The shooters ran off. Pacific Gas and Electric has been criminally charged in connection with a fire near Reading last year that killed 4 people. Shasta County DA Stephanie Bridges says the company was negligent about its 2-year power lines that caused the fire.
PG&E had a duty to remove this tree. In fact, PG&E contractors had marked this tree as hazardous for removal in 2018, but it was never removed.
The PG&E CEO Patty Poppy says that's not true.
Between October 2018 and last year's wildfire, 2 trained arborists walked this line and, independent of one another, determined the tree in question could stay.
The 31-count complaint includes 4 involuntary manslaughter charges. The Border Patrol agents on horseback who confronted Haitian refugees in Del Rio, Texas, are being investigated.
We have a public need and national need to understand what occurred and what is being done as a result.
Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas says the Border Patrol agents involved are no longer on the front lines. Mayorkas said what he saw in Del Rio was unacceptable. The first cruise ship to sail from the port in San Pedro since the pandemic began will happen today. The Grand Princess will be leaving for Mexico. The cruise will be sailing at less than 75% capacity, and everyone on board must be fully vaccinated and have taken a COVID-19 test within 2 days of sailing. There's a crash in Azusa on the 210.
That's westbound just before Citrus Avenue. It's taking away the 2 right lanes, so it's a jammed-up drive-through from Grand Avenue. Royal Heights on the 10 westbound at the 5. Watch out for a work zone there. The transition to the 5 south is closed off until 10 a.m. You'll see some stop-and-go traffic from Soto Street. And then Riverside on the 215 northbound at Martin Luther King Boulevard. And in between University Avenue, a work zone there has the left lane closed until noon today, so you're seeing heavy delays from Box Springs Road. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Pedro Moreno.
The cool down is here. More next.
Last year, there was a victim of identity theft every 3 seconds. A criminal could be spending your money, applying for loans in your name, damaging your credit, or even selling your personal information on the dark web. Unfortunately, you can miss certain threats to your identity by just checking bank accounts and monitoring your credit. Solution? LifeLock Identity Theft Protection. LifeLock sees certain threats you can miss if you're only monitoring your credit and alerts you if they find something that could be suspicious. Plus, if you become a victim of identity theft, a U.S.-based identity restoration specialist dedicated to your case will work to fix it from start to finish. Now, no one can prevent all ID theft or monitor every transaction in every business, but LifeLock by Norton can help protect your personal information so you can keep what's yours. Save up to 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go to LifeLock.com. Use the promo code HANDLE. That's LifeLock.com. Promo code HANDLE. 25% off.
Southland weather from KF5. Partly cloudy this afternoon. Highs in the upper 60s to mid-70s at the beaches. Mid-70s to low 80s in Metro LA and OC. Upper 70s to mid-80s in the inland valleys. There's a chance of showers and thunderstorms in the inland empire. Highs in the mid-80s to low 90s. Right now it's 63 degrees in San Clemente, 64 in Hacienda Heights, 64 in Sherman Oaks, and 64 in Pasadena. We lead local live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Brian Bruno.
And good morning, everybody. It's Saturday morning, and a pleasure to have you here. And we have 3 hours to go on the show, followed by Leo Report, the tech guy. So let me give you the phone number. It's been a little while, so number to call in for the kind of legal advice that I dispense, 800-520-1534, 800-520-1534. And what ends up happening at the top of the hour, usually the lines are empty, or some people are hung up and we're on our way. So top of the hour is always the best time to call, because towards the body of the show, what will happen is we'll be jammed, and then you'll be on hold for a while. So coming in now, you're in pretty good shape. 800-520-1534. That's 800-520-1534. And as I've explained many times, the way call-in shows work, which is why I have such a tough time doing call-in during the week, is because I'm at the mercy of your callers. The show really becomes about you. And you know how much I hate that, because everything's to be about me. So anything that's about you is very, very distressing to me. And so what ends up happening is
Sometimes people don't call in. Sometimes they call in like crazy. So when people don't call in, what we do is immediately revert to the default, which is... Now, I've gone as long as 12 or 13 minutes on that one. And usually the line's coming in pretty good because all you have to do is listen to this for 5 or 6 minutes, and if you even contemplated suicide, this will put you over the edge. No question about it. So the number is 800-520-1534. That's the number to call, and let's get going on the stories. This is Handle on the Law, marginal legal advice, where I tell you you have absolutely no case. Now, these kind of cases I really love. And this has to do with burying people and all kinds of weird things that happen upon burial. So you have two sisters from North Carolina open their mother's casket, and there's someone there that they don't recognize. That ain't Mom. However, the person was in Mom's clothes. Now, Mom was several sizes bigger than the dead woman that was in the casket. So clearly it was a mistake. The funeral home had switched and got all confused. And now here is, and this of course will be a lawsuit, but I want to go and spend a minute talking about these kinds of lawsuits because they're absolutely fascinating. There's a rule of law, common law, that whenever you argue for emotional distress, and clearly this is the case for negligent infliction of emotional distress. They just blew it, they were negligent, they didn't do it on purpose, as opposed to intentional infliction of emotional distress. So now you have just emotional distress. They weren't harmed. What they did is just see not Mom's body in a casket with Mom's clothes. And they're going to argue emotional distress. Now, it used to be that you couldn't have a lawsuit for emotional distress unless there was physical damage. There was personal injury connected with that. That changed by statute and case law. And there were two areas which it broke precedent, in which emotional distress began to fly without any personal injury connected to it. One, when moms and dads saw their kids being killed negligently. Let's say they were watching a child jumping up and down on something that gives way, and the poor child is severely injured and dies. And it's someone else's fault. Mom and dad weren't hurt. All they did was see their kid in a lot of trouble and hurt. Well, the court allowed emotional distress on this one, that one. The other one, and this is the most fun one, is dealing with burying people. Emotional distress. My fun ones is when Uncle Herman falls out of the casket because the bottom isn't screwed on right, and he goes rolling down the hill during the funeral. Emotional distress flies on that one. There's always those fun topics when people default the right people. And then a quick story I'm going to share with you before we hit the phone. And that is, a few months ago, my mother died. And because she was almost 98, no one had to identify the body or whatever. They just carted her off from the assisted living facility. And the mortuary realized no one had identified the body. It was no big deal. It's not, it doesn't work that way. We go to the morgue and there's an autopsy. They're not going to autopsy a 98-year-old woman who dies of natural causes. And so the mortuary asked that one of us go and identify my mother. And my wife made a beeline towards the casket, would not let me do it. And why? Because she knew. And by the way, we didn't even talk about it. She knew that as soon as the casket was to be opened for identification, I would say, I don't know who this woman is in this. I have absolutely no idea. Go find my mother. And couldn't do it. Geez. You ever had something so important taken away from you that you so regret it? That's what happened there. Okay. Void over here. And hit some phone calls. All right. Jake, there you are. Jake, good morning. Welcome to Handle on the Law.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Okay, so I was in a grocery store, and you know how everybody brings their bags, the reusable bags? So I bring in my reusable bag, and I bought an item from the Future Festival, which was really cool. So sometimes I'll put it in the item in bag and then give it to the registration for it.
Right.
Or sometimes I'll just carry it along with it. This extra bill, the item was freezing, I just put it in the bag, took it to the register, and I was just gonna pay for it like normal. And then all of a sudden I see the guy, I think it was like the meat guy or something, which was like the short Mexican guy.
Yeah, that's important. That's important. That are short and Mexican. Let's not leave that one out. All right.
Yeah, and then he walks over and then he brings these two black security guys, and then there's
That's also important, by the way. I might note that two black security guys. What ethnicity are you, by the way? Can I ask, Jake?
I'm Jewish.
As a Jewish, I assume then you're a white guy, right?
Well, I don't even know what to do.
All right, you're right. So I'm going to assume you're white. So here is the scenario. A white Jewish guy walks into a store. A short Mexican guy approaches him, and you have a big guy, a security guy, and then two big black security people then approach you. That's a joke. There's the story there. All right, so what happened, Jake? I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you.
So I'm about to pay for my stuff, and I'm thinking, why would they do all that? Like,
Right.
90% of the people do that. They go in there, they grab stuff, they put in their little grocery bags, and they take it out and picture.
Yeah.
Out of all the people, why me?
Yeah. And your question is?
So I was just wondering, do I have a case?
No. And I'll tell you why. They didn't stop you. With the I think it's a short Mexican guy. He saw you place an item in your bag. That's enough for suspicion. But once you reach the counter and you paid for the money, no. Now, if the security officer had security guy had followed you outside the store and even asked for a receipt, that's probably allowed, especially when we're talking about what you put in your bag. Because you know what? It looks like you're shoplifting. It could easily be interpreted that you're shoplifting. So you walk up, and as soon as you hit the counter and took it out of the counter, they disappeared, didn't they?
They stood there, actually, the entire time.
People can stand. People can stand. If you don't like it, just you go to another store. Or you go to the manager and complain to the manager and say, hey, this is not cool. It was, I was intimidated by it. I thought I was harassed. But no, there's no case. There's no case at all, okay?
Okay, thanks, sir.
Handle on the law. And now we're checking with Brian Baruman. That's not the easiest last name to say.
No, it's not.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you may want to change it to Smith or Jones or something. That's easier. All right, Brian, what's going on with the world?
Well, the number of people in the hospital with COVID-19 in LA County has dropped for the 23rd day in a row. A former OC sheriff has been charged with stealing a dead woman's credit cards and trying to buy thousands of dollars worth of stuff with them. And the Global Citizen Live concert begins tonight at the Greek Theater to promote worldwide equity in COVID vaccine distribution. Stevie Wonder and Demi Lovato will be there. And we'll have a look at trouble on the 110 next.
Are you looking to get out of your house? It doesn't matter what the reason is. You're moving, you're downsizing, you've got financial issues, you sure use the money. You inherited the house, that happens, and now what do you do with it? So the first thought that comes to mind is get a real estate agent who then lists the house for 6%, and then tells you you got to paint, you got to clean, you got to repair. I've sold houses before, it's not fun. Let me tell you a different way of doing it. And that's getting a fair price for your house without any of the hassle. No buyer walks through your house. You can still keep the crap on all the counters. You have to put it in the closet. You can sell the house without an appraisal. No commissions. No fees. You can pay it in cash, fast, 10 days or less. That's directbuyers.com. Directbuyers.com. A local family-owned business around since 1986. Matt and Janet, brother and sister. We have spent hours talking about their business. I just love the way they do business. A lot of shoppers in this business. That's not who they are. They'll give you an honest, no obligation offer. They will never lowball you, and you can get up to $15,000 cash advance before closing. Go to directbuyers.com, directbuyers.com.
Excuse me, call 844-242-SELL.
There's a crash on the 110 in downtown LA.
That's southbound at 3rd Street. It has the two right lanes blocked off, so it's a stop and go right from the 101. Azusa on the 210 westbound just before Citrus Avenue. The crash there still has the two right lanes closed off. CC is on scene trying to clear that up. It's still a pretty slow call from Grand Avenue. And if you're in Ontario, on the 10 westbound between the 15 and Haven Avenue, Worcester has the three right lanes closed off until 6 a.m. Monday. You'll see some delays currently from Etowanda. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Pedro Moreno.
This report is sponsored by the Metropolitan Water District of Southern California.
Drought might have top billing in Southern California, but we know how to make our mark. We're superstars at saving. If we fix leaks right away, we can save 25 gallons per day. Now that's award-winning savings. For more tips and rebates, visit seawaterwise.com.
Our phone numbers, we are a little low on phone calls, 800-520-1534, 800-520-1534. Maybe people are understanding the kind of legal advice I get is worse than marginal. I don't know. 800-520-1534.
Prescription products require an online consultation. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information.
Think you might have ED? Not sure? Well, we'd like to let you in on a little secret. ED is common. About 40% of men experience ED by age 40, but the solution is simple. Find it at 4hims.com.
I didn't have to talk to a doctor in person. There was no copay, and the medication was shipped right to my door in discreet packaging.
Hims took care of it. Fast and easy. Now our love life is better than ever. Get access to doctors online who can prescribe you FDA-approved ED medication if appropriate. The same active ingredient as name brands, but 90% cheaper. Skip the waiting rooms and pharmacy lines. Get a free medical consultation and rise to the occasion or your money back. Go to 4hims.com/joy to get your first visit free. No copay required. The only way to get this special offer is to go to 4hims.com/joy. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
By texting 64000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Babbel. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at babbel.com/DNC.
Have you tried learning a new language but it never seems to stick? That's because there's more to language than learning vocab words. Babbel is different. Babbel's multiple ways to learn helps you explore every aspect of a new language, anytime, right from your phone or computer. Practice real-life conversations in the Babbel app.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
Get personalized help from an instructor in Babbel's live online classes.
Classes are limited to 6 people. We keep them small so everyone can get the help and practice they need.
Review words and phrases with fun games, or dive into the culture with short videos. Whatever your learning motivation, Babbel gives you the tools you'll need to explore your new language. With Babbel, you can speak a new language. Babbel. More ways to explore, more ways to learn. Text Babbel to 64,000 to start learning a new language today. Text Babbel to 64,000. BABBEL to 64,000.
What's your first move? I'm going to say it should be a totally free in-showroom consultation with my friends at the Kitchen Store. That means you get 2 things right out of the gate. The creativity and the wisdom of an expert kitchen designer while you're being flooded with inspiration in the Kitchen Store's 7,000 square foot cabinet design showroom. The Kitchen Store is right off the 405 in Culver City, and for more than 50 years it has been the best place for kitchen cabinets in all of Southern California. State-of-the-art computer design, 12-month, same as cash financing, and pricing that beats the big box home centers. So start your new kitchen right. Set up your free consultation today by dialing 310-KITCHEN. That's 310-KITCHEN, and check out the Kitchen Store on the web at 310kitchen.com.
Are you suffering with nerve pain and numbness in your back, legs, and feet? Do you suffer from leg cramping, sciatica pain, pain when you walk, prickling or tingling sensations in your hands and feet? Have you tried all of the pain treatments, the shots, the pills, yet you are still suffering with chronic pain caused by peripheral neuropathy, spinal stenosis, or a failed back surgery? Here is good news from Dr. Philip Yu, founder of the 21st Century Pain Institute. You may now have hope of reducing or even eliminating your pain with new non-surgical options, like the new laser-guided stem cell therapy, which is helping millions live pain-free. If you're in pain, be one of the next 27 callers and receive Dr. Yu's special back, legs, and foot exam. Regularly $375, but only $97 if you are one of the first 27 callers. If you are in pain, grab your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say pain-free. To receive the special $97 back, leg, and foot exam, grab your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say pain-free. On your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say pain-free.
Presented by the Mesa RV of San Diego.
Now through Sunday, it's the Wreck Van Show. Inside at Del Mar Fairgrounds, experience the hottest trends in adventure vans. Sleek, maneuverable mini motorhomes, Mercedes-Benz, Dodge, or Ford Power, and all are equipped with luxury amenities. Winnebago, Tippett, Pleasureway, Jayco. Over 100 mini motorhomes to compare and choose from. Save thousands during this limited time event. Free admission and parking. See RV.fun for information. Hurry! The super savings during the Wreck Van Show inside at Del Mar Fairgrounds ends Sunday.
I had an electrician over at the house the other day. He pops open the panel on the side of the house and he goes, "Whoa, you have Solar Max technology?" And I said, "Yep, had it for a few years." And he says, "How is it?" And I said, "It's unbelievable."
And he immediately cranked that temp down to 60 degrees.
He did, because with my Solar Max panels, my electricity is practically free.
SolarMax is local. They're right here in Southern California. They've got the best products and the best service going.
Yeah, it means exceptional quality control. SolarMax has no middleman, and I saved with even more because there was no upfront cost.
And they have the newest, most innovative Tesla products like the Tesla 420 panels and power walls.
Dude, you're going to pay $0 down for that Tesla package and $79.96 per month with a 1.99% APR.
Call pound 250 from your cell phone. Say that keyword SolarMax. That's pound 250. Keyword SolarMax. Do it by September 30th for this great offer.
Monthly payment available on approved credit. See SLB number 972048.
Hi, it's Dr. Wendy Walsh with another love hack. Do a bedroom tech detox. Partners who have a TV in their bedroom have less sex than those who don't. Oh, and that study was done years ago, long before cell phones. Pro tip, talk with your partner about banning all tech from the bedroom for some nights of the week. And see what else you can find to do to occupy your time.
Dr. Wendy Walsh.
KFI AM 640.
More stimulating talk.
If you're injured and need a lawyer, go to handleonthelaw.com.
KFI AM 640. More stimulating talk.
Good morning, Bill Handel here on a Saturday morning. Phone number 800-520-1534. It's 800-520-1534 or 1KFI. Back we go. More Handel on the law. Hey, Robert. There you are. Welcome to the show. Yes, sir.
My step-grandson shot and killed my stepson. He's in jail for murder. He's a juvenile. I wasn't, or the grandmother and I were not allowed to go to the arraignment. He was arraigned, but now I'd like to know how to find out when his next trial is.
Yeah, well, you should. Well, I mean, the arraignment is not the trial. The trial is not the arraignment. So he's going to go to trial unless he cuts a plea deal. I would call the assistant deputy district attorney or the deputy DA who is handling the case. There is someone assigned to the case, and you call them up. You go, "Hey, I'm a family member. I'd like to know when the trial is scheduled for." Now, be prepared for the trial to be continued a whole bunch of times. So when we talk about your step-grandson killing his half-brother, is that do I have that right?
He killed his father.
Oh, he killed his dad. Oh, that's lovely. Boy, I'll tell you, there's an altercation there. And how old was he when the crime took place?
17. The kid was 17. The father was 35.
Wow. And I'm assuming, was this L.A. County?
Yes, sir.
He's very lucky to be in L.A. County because under the new DA, they're going to make sure that he gets tried as a juvenile, which changes everything. It used to be that the DA had the choice to either try as an adult or try as a juvenile. Now it's going to be tried as a juvenile. Let's say he's convicted. He's out at the age of 25. Yeah, very lucky to have done it when he was 17. So anyway, just call the DA's office, and they'll tell you. All right?
Okay.
All right. Sure. Yeah. Boy, there's a story. Imagine you go to a cocktail party and everybody talks about, hey, what happened to you? Well, let me tell you,
My step-grandson murdered his dad, and he's on trial for murder. How was your day? Loretta! Hello, Loretta. Welcome to Handle on the Law. Yes, ma'am.
About 15 years ago, I defaulted on a payday loan. Now I'm getting calls. First it was from bill collectors, and now they say they're lawyers. They're threatening to sue me.
Yeah, good for them. Now, here's a question. Have you made any payments over the last 15 years?
No.
Good. All right. So now if you're getting a call from a lawyer, you say, hey, this is the statute of limitations ended, 11 years ago. Because it's a 4-year statute, so they have absolutely no place to go unless you agree to pay them back or pay them any money back, which is very important that you don't, because what you might do, and this is what happens, bill collectors and or lawyers will say, you know what, just send $10 as a sign of good faith. And what ends up happening, that restarts the contract again, and you go right back. So you don't want to do that, and the only thing you want to say is statute of limitations is over. You cannot sue me, and if you continue to call, then I deem that as harassment, and I'll report you. And if they do file the lawsuit, you've got a pretty good case, because lawyers have to know that 15 years is way, way past the statute. So you're fine. Just be a little aggressive. Just say, hey, harassment ain't going to pay 15 years. File the lawsuit and see what the court has to say. When I argue that the law firm knew exactly when the default took place. You owe the money, but it's and now it's after I have to ask her how much the payday loan was, because if it turned out to be, let's say it's $500, and when you look at the interest that they charge, if the statute wasn't there today, that $500 loan, you'd be owing probably $2.87 million on a $500 loan. Those payday loans are absolutely delicious, aren't they? 300, 400% interest. I mean, it's really crazy. But then again, people are desperate and they don't know where to go, and they have to make the rent and they have to feed the kids. So it's a tough way to go. This is Handle on the Law. And let's check in with Brian Baruman. Hey, Brian.
Hey. Pharmacies around the country are getting ready to distribute booster shots for Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine. ABC's Whit Johnson says the CDC's booster approval means 20 million Americans can get a third shot.
The boosters are now available at more than 30,000 locations nationwide, including urgent care clinics and pharmacies.
Many pharmacies are starting the booster shots this weekend. The CDC has approved the booster for older Americans and people who are high risk for COVID, including frontline healthcare workers. A wildlife crossing in Agora Hills will be named the Wallace-Annenberg Wildlife Crossing. The National Wildlife Federation's Save LA Cougars team and the Annenberg Foundation announced the name yesterday. The crossing at Liberty Canyon will span over 10 lanes of the 101 freeway, but the Save the Cougars campaign needs just over $6 million to start construction by the end of this year. Dozens of container ships stuck outside of LA and Long Beach are causing a port pollution problem to get much worse.
We've got to get everybody to the table.
Coalition for Clean Air President Joe Liu says these ships are spewing out exhaust for everyone to breathe.
That whole process has broken down, and there is no easy answer to how to solve it.
Port of LA Executive Director Gene Soroka says regulations have gotten in the way.
We need help. Had we been able to build the near-dock rail yard here in Wilmington, we would not be in this position we are today.
He says 30% of trucking appointments are missed because warehouses are already full. Corbin Carson, KFI News.
UCLA has new vending machines that dispense COVID-19 tests on campus. Students and those who work at the school can get up to 2 free tests a week by swiping their school card. UCLA's Melissa Abraham says the tests come with a little surprise.
A mint is also included in the test packet, so that's a nice touch.
Tests from the machine get placed in nearby drop boxes and results come back the next day. A crash has been cleared in Azusa on the 210.
That's on the 210 westbound before Citrus Avenue. It's been cleared from the 2 right lanes, and traffic has recovered there. Downtown LA on the 110 southbound at 3rd Street, a wreck there still has the 2 right lanes blocked, so it's a stop and go right from the 101. And if you're in Culver City on the 405 northbound at Washington, some debris in lanes. It looks like some tires in the 2 middle lanes actually, and it's going to be backing things up from about the 90. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Pedro Moreno.
When wearing a mask, you can get away with an awful lot when you have horrible, rotten, loose, decayed teeth. But, you know, the mask business is going to stay with us forever. And now, as you look in the mirror and realize mask days are close to being over, people are still looking at your mouth, your teeth, your horrible, decayed-looking, gaping holes in your mouth. You can do something about it. You can change your life around. Now, I know you hear a lot of commercials, oh, this is a life changer. You know what? Brand new teeth really are a life changer. You go into Dr. Cunning's office, and in a matter of hours, one day, what they'll do is implant these new, beautiful, gorgeous, permanent teeth. It's done while you sleep. They look and feel like natural teeth. You'll never have dentures again. You never have to deal with any dental procedure. Smile, eat with confidence, and you'll look great. Well, no, you may not look great, but your teeth will look great, leaving with a new full set of natural-looking teeth. Call for a free appointment, which includes an exam, x-rays, and a CT scan. That's $1,500 value. This offer ends September 30th, so you only have, 5-6 days. Call 888-640-SMILE, 888-640-SMILE, 888-640-SMILE.
Southland weather from KFI. Highs in the upper 60s to mid-70s at the beaches, mid-70s to low 80s in Metro LA and OC, upper 70s to mid-80s in the inland valleys, and mid-80s to low 90s in the Inland Empire. We lead local, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Brian Berumen.
Are you suffering with knee pain? Have you tried shots, pills, yet you are still suffering with chronic knee pain caused by bone-on-bone osteoarthritis, a torn meniscus, a fall, or accident? Have you been told that you need a knee replacement? Here is good news from Dr. Philip Yu, founder of 21st Century Pain Institute. You may now have hope of reducing or eliminating your pain with a new non-surgical painless laser stem cell treatment. The West Coast only laser-guided stem cell therapy. This new treatment may reduce or eliminate your knee pain in minutes, and Dr. Yu is using this treatment on NFL alumni players with their knee and back injuries. Here's a special offer. Dr. Yu is offering a special $97 new knees in a day exam that includes an infrared laser joint inflammation scan, a Neuro 7 nerve test, and X-ray MRI review. Normally $375, but just $97 for the first 27 callers. Grab your cell phone and dial pound 250 and say knee pain. There is only a limited number of $97 exams, so on your cell phone dial pound 250 and say knee pain.
Good morning, Bill Handler here on a Saturday morning as we continue with the legal show. 800-520-1524 is the number. 800-520-1534. Hello, Don! Welcome to the show. What can I do for you?
In California, can a married couple protect their real estate from a lawsuit against one spouse by titling all their property in the name of the other?
Yeah, now, this gets a little bit tricky. Yes, you can do that where it transfers over to the other spouse, and in many cases, that protects the spouse. Unless you're going to argue, unless the creditors are going to argue that where is community property, etc., and they're doing an end. But here is the problem with him. If it is to avert creditors, that's creditor fraud. If it is to get out of liability that is owed, that's not allowed. So the way to get it done is you do it literally years in advance, so the two cannot be connected, and it has to be at, the cleaner it is, the better off you are. Once the lawsuit has been filed, you're screwed. If you transfer the property, it's an out-and-out creditor fraud. And if